Hello everyone. Today's lesson we will be talking about reduced relative clauses. It is really important topic if you want to get a higher score in your IELTS exam or other exams. Um, Grammar is the most important factor. So today we will be talking about not only relative clauses but also reduced relative clauses. It is about how to say more with fewer words. If you want to describe a lot of information with fewer words, watch this lesson. It is really important. So, what is a reduced relative clause? It is kinda shortening by removing the relative pronoun who, which, that, and sometimes the verb to be. The meaning stays identical, but the sentence becomes more concise and meaningful. So we have a core principle here, full form, relative pronouns. Be can be removed. To be can be removed or relative pronouns alone, leaving a participle phrase. Yeah, if you use this kind of structure, you highly benefited. So let's start from the example. Try to understand what I mean by watching this example. For example, if you write, the man who is standing at the door is my uncle. It is about the man and he is my uncle. But it is, you know, the man is identified by this sentence, as you can see here. And uh, let me take some notes here. The man, as you can see, the man is identified by this sentence. The man who is standing at the door is my uncle. So here we can make this sentence more complicated and advanced by doing this. Yeah, we talked about this. So we remove who here, who, and to be. So the sentence becomes more advanced. For example, the man standing at the door is my uncle. Here you can see the man and standing. We removed who and to be. So who is removed and verb standing stays ing form. Yeah. And next structure. The letter, next example, by the way. The letter that was written yesterday arrived today. So this is a full form and we will see the reduced form here. The letter written yesterday arrived today. So as you can see, it is a passive sentence and we just removed this part and that and was. And after the noun, the letter, we wrote written. The letter written yesterday arrived today. It's about the letter and it came today. So that was the part that was removed and past participle remains. What we mean by saying past participle? It is the word written. The word written. It is past participle. And the next example, the book that is on the shelf is very old. So it's about the book and it is really old and it is on the shelf. But instead of saying loss of sentence, we can make it shorter by just making it relative clauses. By just using relative clauses. And even we can make it more advanced by just using reduced clauses. Yeah, we can use reduced clauses and make it more advanced. So the book on the shelf is very old. Here we just removed that is part. The book on the shelf is very old. That is part is removed and prepositional phrase remains. Here we mean on the shelf part, it is prepositional phrase. Clear. So next, let me clear my board here. All right. So, type 1. Let's start from type 1. When the relative clause has an active verb, remove the relative pronouns and change the verb to its ing form. Works with any active tense. Here you can see uh, noun, who, which, that, it is relative pronouns, and active verb, it changed to noun and verb ing. Like, the woman who is singing on the stage is famous. It's about the woman, and she is a famous singer, and she is singing. We have three information here. And we can make it even more advanced, like, the woman singing on the stage is famous, as you can see. So we removed this part, right? Who is. So next one, next example. Students studying, oh my God, students who study hard usually succeed. So we will delete this part. Who will be removed, and we change the verb study to ing form, like studying. All right. It is really, easy. So next example, the children who were playing in the park went home. We have to here delete the verb to be and relative pronouns, both of which, right? So here we go. The children who, instead of saying who were, we say the children playing in the park went home. Which children? Of course, playing in the park. So we don't spend lots of time just by looking at these examples. Let's make it short, guys. So next, let's move on to the next type. Type 2, passive voice, ed, and past participle. So when the relative clause is in the passive voice, remove the relative pronouns and the auxiliary verb to be. So the past participle stays. As I said before, as I mentioned it before, here you can see noun which that is was where past participle will be noun past participle, like the meals that are prepared by the chef are excellent. Here we delete this part. Clear? And we can make it the meals prepared. Yeah. Or next example, the report which was submitted last week was rejected. The report, we will delete this part. I mean, relative pronouns and to be here. And the report submitted last week was rejected. But pay attention, everybody. This part should stay the same. All right? This part should stay the same. We don't touch it. All right? Cars that are parked here will be towed. Cars parked. So delete this part and parked. I think it is clear for everybody else. Next part. So passive continuous form, noun and which is being done, especially past participle, will be like noun being done. We will delete which and to be. Remove the relative pronoun only and if possible to be. So look at this example. The building uh, that is being renovated will reopen in spring. Instead of saying that is being, we will delete this part and we say The building being renovated. All right, being renovated. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as you can see, guys. So this suspect who was being questioned remained silent. Who was part will be deleted, and the suspect being questioned part will stay as the main verb. So next part, type 3 prepositional phrase, and here when be is followed by a prepositional phrase in, on, at, near, simply drops the relative pronouns and to be. For example, noun that which is was a prepositional phrase changed to noun prepositional phrase. For example, the book that is on the table belongs to her. We will delete this part, the book that is, and change it to prepositional phrase. The book that is on the table. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. The woman who is at the reception desk can help you. So, who is part will be deleted, and the woman at the reception desk can help you. Prepositional phrase stays remains the same. So next, let's not read lots of examples. Just pay attention to this rule here. Also possible adjectives after to be, the verb to be. So when to be is followed by an adjective, the same reduction applies. For example, please book all the tickets that are available. Here we delete this part. So please book all the tickets available. Clear? Contact me whenever possible. So especially this part should be whenever it is possible, but we just deleted this part, right? So whenever possible. So also we can use other adjectives like possible, available, necessary, present, responsible, involved. And the last one maybe, when the relative pronoun is the object of the clause, not the subject, it can simply be omitted. No participle is needed. Let's not pay attention to the formula, let's pay attention to the example. I think in this way it's going to be much more clear and understandable. The person whom you need to see is Dr. Harris. Here we can delete this part, whom. It's not necessary, actually unnecessary part. The person, the person who, instead of saying whom, the person you need to see is Dr. Harris. The film that we watched last night was brilliant. The reason, yeah, we will delete this part, that part, and do you know the reason, guys? So the main reason why we can delete this part is that we have subject, right? Like this. It is subject, yeah, after the relative pronouns. Or here we have subject. So we can delete it, yeah. Let's next. So, non-defining clauses cannot be reduced. So if you see a comma in your relative clauses, we cannot remove and reduce it, okay? With commas, pay attention to this part, guys, because it gives extra information and it's a non-essential information type. For example, my father, who is a doctor, lives in Tashkent. So my father, who is, we cannot reduce this part at all. So guys, that's all for today. If you like the video, if it is useful for you, please like, subscribe, and comment to help me share lots of useful stuff in the future. So yeah, and write in the comments which topic I should cover in the upcoming videos. Thank you. Thanks for your patience.